The 4th millennium BC saw mankind's first attempts to stick a couple of wheels onto a wooden frame and make an animal pull it along. Just short of 6,000 years later, and with a bit of jiggery-pokery, we managed to make these things go all by themselves by use of an engine, and so the animal was no longer needed. Inevitably, insecure men all around the world soon found themselves insisting that their combustion-powered automobile was way faster than his combustion-powered automobile, the fucking Nancy. Look at him. And these disputes were best settled by a duel. Then, once dueling went wildly out of fashion, people chose to race each other instead. And then someone made a game about it. This game. It's about racing. Oh boy. Wanna see? London Racer for the PS1 was created and published in 2000 by Davilex, who you may remember for fuck all else. They also released a PC version, but it was completely different, and I'm not going to fucking talk about it because... Now, before I show you anything, try to make a prediction of what this is going to be like based on this box art. I mean, if I'm honest, I actually like the cover. This police car is a bit of a gooseberry, but ignoring that, I think I can see the style that they're going for, and it's enticing. I mean, London's a pretty groovy place, and we've got a classic Mini in the spotlight. It's all a bit 1970s, a bit Vogue, a bit yuppie, you know. I get the impression this game is going to be all like... But it isn't like that at all. It isn't, okay? I mean, spoiler alert for the rest of the review and everything, but I'm afraid it's actually more like... But hey, it's not all bad. I mean, look at this huge list of locations in the opening cutscene. Windsor Castle, the Millennium Dome, Stonehenge, just some of the famous London and Oxford landmarks that feature in this game. No, wait, let me rephrase that. Just some of these famous London and Oxford landmarks feature in this game. Like, I don't know what hooky trick they're trying to pull here, but I'm telling you that several of these are nowhere to be seen. And even ignoring that, everything else in this intro is misleading too. Even this car never shows up in the game, despite the fact that literally everyone else is driving one here. It's strange, because this video has definitely been rendered within the game engine, but it's astoundingly different to what we're actually given. It's a shame really, because this gameplay seems pretty fun for a casual PS1 racer, and is a damn sight better than the real game, let me tell you. It's also nice to see that there were plenty of proofreaders on hand when this list was compiled. I can't wait to see Admiralty Arch, and as if visits to Whitehall and Buckingham Palace aren't enough for you, bide your time and you can also visit Whitehall and Buckingham Palace. But okay, let's not nitpick here. I mean, at least these errors are hidden away in a fast-moving wall of text. I mean, it's not like they've made any glaringly obvious mistakes that are impossible to miss. Race menu. Race menu. Race menu? Anyway, I'll come back to all this stuff shortly, because I think seeing some actual gameplay is way overdue. So let's jump straight into the first race. Let me tell you, it's a real doozy. Silverstone, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Morocco Street Circuit, all pale in comparison to track number 1, the M25. Southbound, no less. Wowzers, this is it. London Racer. That's the London Racer frame rate. That's the London Racer draw distance. That's the London Racer collision physics. Jesus, hope that guy's okay. The graphics aren't very impressive for 2000. The models are okay, but these textures are horrible. They do look a little better in later levels when the track isn't so open and brightly lit, but you know you're doing something wrong when things look better in the smaller, darker locations of your game. Also, this draw distance isn't ideal for racing, especially when you unlock faster cars. I know a lot of PS1 titles from this time had similar draw distances to this, but it's a hell of a lot more noticeable when, instead of just trees and generic buildings popping in, you've got fucking Big Ben materialising from the nether 40 metres ahead of you. I mean, look at this. Pop! There it is. It's pretty hard to ignore. Except, no, I think I can ignore it. You know why I can ignore it? Because there are things going on here that are way worse, that it's not worth worrying about draw distances. Observe. Oh no, I'm going to crash into that... Oh, never mind. Okay, I guess you can drive through these. That's pretty stupid. I wonder... Oh, okay, no. I guess I better go around the... What? Okay, let's just back all the way out this time and give it plenty of space. There. Now I can't possibly... I've been video gaming in some form or other since I was about 5 years old, and I think London Racer might have the worst and most frustrating hit detection I've ever seen in my life. I'd estimate that more than 50% of the crashes you have in this game are with thin air, and when you do hit something, you don't just come to a stop like a car would in real life. You either bounce back the way you came from, or writhe around and come to rest at some awkward angle. Then to counter that, sometimes you don't collide with things when you clearly should have done. I mean, look here, I was taking a swig of my drink at this part of the race and couldn't react to this roadblock in time. Turns out it didn't matter. When I went back to investigate, I was dumbfounded. There's no consistency here. I can collide with this one, but unlike other cars in the game, it slides along the ground like a wet bar of soap. And this guy, I don't even know what's happening with this guy. This is some Willy Wonka shit right here, what the hell? And fuck, if you thought the graphics looked dodgy at 60 miles an hour, take a look at these slow-paced views. Sorry, I was just a little bit sick inside my own mouth. But fear not, because for coming in at 4th place, I just won £1,500 for my prize money. Yeah, my prize money. Alright, let's just, we need to find something good about this game, like right now, or else it's probably not worth going on, right? Oh hey, I found something pretty good. This is the garage, or maybe it's written in French, in which case it's le garage. You can buy stuff like a boost ability and new tyres, spelt the American way in this British game. I like this. You've got your car's stats here, and you can choose what to spend your price money on to help you win the next race. Price money. Davalex chose to have it so that the damage done to your car in the last race is carried forward to the next, so you can choose to spend the money on a repair job. I wouldn't mind this, since it's pretty realistic, if it weren't for one major flaw. Once you've committed to something in London Racer, you fucking committed to it. It's like marriage before Henry VIII. If you end a race with high damage, you're not allowed to go back and try to do it better, so you're stuck with that high damage. If you don't notice this damage and spend all your money on upgrades, you can't get a refund when you realise that the car is in pieces and needs fixing for you to make it through the next race alive. This issue would be so easy to solve if, like in every other racing game ever made ever in the history of ever, you could go back and replay races to earn more cash or complete them with less damage. But you can't. As it turns out, there are only 8 races in the whole game, one of them being a repeat of level 1 but with a slightly different skybox, and the game just continually cycles through them from 1 to 8 and then back to 1 again. So if you've got first price in every level except say level 7, you have to play all the way through races 1 to 6 if you want to have another go at it. This game is broken. There are several locations in London Racer where you can get a quick fix by driving through a garage, but the really stupid part is that it doesn't cost you anything. And you better hope you're not using this camera angle when you get a repair job, because you are not going to be able to see where the hell you're going for the next 5 seconds. I do like the idea that you earn bonus cash for sticking it to the man and knocking over the speed cameras, but why the hell is it called a radar bonus? It's the same story when your car gets too damaged and you lose the race. It says total loss. It's such a weird choice of wording. I'm honestly starting to get the impression that this game is just... I don't even know. You might even say that I'm at a total loss for words. Right? No? Okay. This garage menu is also where you can get the new cars, and some of them are kind of cool, I guess, although the devs couldn't afford the rights to include actual car brands, so they all have really weird names like the Nimi, the BWM, and the Beetle. Gotta give them credit for inventiveness, I guess, and you know, at least they're trying to make it realistic rather than just putting a bunch of completely fictional models in there that don't even look familiar. Similarly, I must say that a lot of the landmarks have been done really well in terms of realism too. They not only look a little bit nicer than the rest of the world, but they're also pretty damn accurate. I remember my dad, who used to live in London, once saw me playing this game when I was about 9, and he was like, I know that road, and insisted on having a go. So strictly speaking, this game does exactly what it says on the tin, in that it is actually set in a recognisable version of London. Oh hey, it's that box art again. Oh, that reminds me. You hear that siren? You hear that siren? Get fucking used to it! The police in this game are hellspawn. If you break the speed limit, they're on your tail immediately, and I'm pretty sure they can do 0 to 60 in about half a second. Now, while American cops are more than happy to do the pit manoeuvre and all that good stuff, I've watched more than enough police interceptors and traffic cops to know that when British rozzers are in a pursuit, all they can really do is carefully box you in or use a stinger. Conversely, they are not allowed to do this. Especially for a fucking speeding offence. Everything these guys do is at the same level of realism. It's not real at all. When they do catch you, they give you a first warning.
This is your first warning.
Then if they catch you again, you get a second warning, like that'd happen.
This is your second warning. One more and you're finished.
Ooh, fighting talk.
This is your third warning. You're coming with us.
You're coming with us. This guy's the least intimidating policeman I've ever heard.
You're coming with us.
Weirdly, speeding seems to be the only thing they actually care about. Provided you're under the limit, they don't give a shit if you drive on the wrong side of the road, across a roundabout, or smash into obstacles, other cars, or even the police cars themselves. British Police Sim 2001, this ain't. But like I said before, at least the tracks are realistic. Making my way downtown, feeling free as I drive through trees and fuck you! What the fuck is... The most important skill required to complete this game is an understanding of exactly which objects you can clip through and what areas of empty space you can collide with. If they had just fixed these ridiculous collisions, this game would have been 100 times better because the controls are actually pretty good. Check out this awesome drifting. It's so intuitive, it almost happens by itself. I honestly feel like I'm playing an old Burnout game when I do this shit. It's just a shame that no amount of awesome drifting or well-timed cornering is going to save you from bullshit collisions like this. I mean, what is going on here? This is the last corner before the finish and literally half the road is completely obstructed by solid nothingness. This isn't just an occasional glitch that happened this one time. This corner is honestly completely cut off on one side. I mean, did nobody test this game? I'm not blown away by the music in London Racer, but it's not nearly as bad as everything else. Most of the tunes are just fairly unremarkable dance tracks, but I quite like this jazzy number. But hey. Sounds like a 1980s chat show theme. And hey, whip out the air guitar for this cheesy rock anthem. The music that plays on the race menu deserves an honourable mention too, although the language issue seems to crop up again here because the lyric that these women keep singing sounds suspiciously like Autobahn to me. Which, for those of you who don't know, is German for motorway. The only music I don't like is this one. It's just some girl going, "Oi!" over and over. God, I wish I was dead. The longer you play London Racer, you start to see beyond all the glaringly obvious glitches and notice some of the even weirder flaws and bugs. But check out the Skybox here. As far as I can tell, it turns left and right in time with the car, which is fine in first person mode because you are the car, but really fucking weird when you're in third person and the camera doesn't start moving until slightly after the car does. So you get this really weird effect where the sky appears to move before the rest of the world does. I don't know, it's hard to put into words, but just fucking look at this, you can see how wrong it is. Frankly, the only way out of this torture is to try your damned hardest to make it past every invisible wall, aggressive copper, impossible corner, hideous texture and stupid law of physics quick enough that you can get first place in every race and be done with it as soon as possible. But even when you've done that, Davalex have really outdone themselves here. They've stayed true to form until the very end. They couldn't have made a more appropriate ending if they tried. And let's face it, they've not fucking tried. Do you want to know what it is? It's a splash screen that says that you are the winner of all. I think we might be done here. London Racer, what can I say? The visuals are terribly inconsistent with some half-decent areas and some totally abhorrent sights that are enough to give gamers nightmares. The music is varied and catchy in places, but some tracks are cheesy and feel like they've come straight from a royalty-free website. The controls are actually highly satisfying when you've got a nice open road and a car that you've souped up with the intuitive garage system, but the horrendous hit detection and collision physics completely ruin the fun. And finally, the police cars in this game are enough to make you despise everything about the British legal system. All in all, the developers of this game cut corners, when we all know that the only time it's appropriate to cut corners is when street racing through the centre of London. But try and do that in this game, and you can say goodbye to your first place prize money.